This video is brought to you by Insta360. As a tech reviewer, I've tried many cases over the years, and there are many great options out there, but there is one that I keep going back to. Today we're looking at the leather case from Apple for both the iPhone 14 as well as the iPhone 14 Pro, and in this video I'm going to share with you why I enjoy using these cases so much and also see how they hold up over time, comparing it to my previous iPhone 13's leather case, and ultimately share with you why I think these cases from Apple are worth it. As always, I will leave all the purchase links down in the description. But first, I am doing a giveaway on this brand new Apple Watch Series 8 in midnight. If you want a chance to win, be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and comment your favorite feature of the leather case from Apple, along with your Instagram username. And then follow me on Instagram, where I will announce the winner on December the 25th. Alright, so let's start off with the unboxing. Now, as always with Apple, these cases feature very simple and clean, minimalistic packaging. Sliding open the box reveals the case inside. Now, as you can see, I went for the midnight color on my case, and for the leather case, the color actually does matter, as this will affect how the case ages over time. But more on that in a sec. And then inside the case, we have the usual paperwork as well as the installation instructions. Okay, so here we have the cases themselves, both for the 14 as well as the 14 Pro. Now, they are very similar, but I do want to show you both of them side by side so you see exactly what these cases look like on your device. Now, before I go ahead and put the cases on, I want to draw your attention to the inside of the cases, as here we find this really nice soft microfiber lining. And this is great because this will help prevent scratches when taking the case on and off your phone, and also helps stop dust and debris from getting on in between your case and your phone. So to put the cases on, as suggested in the box here, we're just going to slide it in from the left side here. And as you can see, as I put the case on, we do get this MagSafe animation. This not only is a nice touch, but is also a good way to identify whether your case is authentic, as unfortunately, there is a pretty large market of fake Apple cases out there, but only ones with that MagSafe animation are authentic and directly from Apple. Something important to bear in mind if you buy one of these cases from a third-party seller. Now, what I love most about the leather cases from Apple is the feel in the hand. The soft, supple leather texture just feels so premium in the hand. I also really like how the subtle grain also adds a little bit of grip, and overall just really feels nice in the hand. And this is the only case that I can honestly say that I prefer over having no case on my phone. While the leather does add a little bit of grip, the case will still smoothly slide in and out of your pocket without getting stuck. I also really like that the leather texture doesn't show fingerprints at all and will look very clean. And aside from that, of course, being a leather case, it will pair perfectly with your leather wallet or any other leather accessories that you may have as part of your everyday carry. While I wouldn't describe these cases as thin cases, they actually add minimal bulk to your phone. I would say this is very comparable to an average case, and compared to other leather cases from third-party manufacturers, I found Apple's case to actually be on the thinner side. Before I talk more about the features and the longer-term durability of Apple's cases, let me introduce you to the Insta360 Link. The Link is equipped with a half-inch sensor that delivers excellent image quality. On top of that, the built-in 3-axis gimbal and AI algorithms track your movements to keep you in frame. Let me give you an idea of what the Link can do. The Link can sit on top of your monitor or even on a tripod. The controller app lets you preview, record, and customize to get the most out of your Link. The 4K resolution in 30 FPS just looks incredible, and the AI enables smart gesture control. For example, you can use your palm to turn on and off tracking, and this works really well as the camera follows me around the room. Make an L shape to zoom in and out, so no need to walk up to your computer, and make a V shape to enter whiteboard mode. This is ideal for teaching or presentations. And then there's the desk view mode, where the Link will tilt down, and this is a great way to easily share documents. For streamers, the Link can also be used in portrait mode. The Link also supports HDR, and this is going to result in high detail video no matter the lighting conditions. There's also really fast autofocus, as well as dual microphones for clear audio quality. Whether you are a business professional, educator, streamer, or creator, the Link upgrades your presentation and look. To learn more about the Insta360 Link, be sure to click the links in the description. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that color was important, so let me go back to that. Now, I chose the midnight color, as I do on all of my cases, and this is the darkest color that Apple has available. Now, why did I choose this? Well, the darker color actually will patina in a more subtle way over time. Patina refers to how your leather is going to change and age over time as you use the case. Now, whether you like this effect or not will depend on personal preference. I, however, like my leather to look new for as long as possible, so in this case, I recommend going for the darker colors as these will patina in a much more subtle way. I'd say the midnight color pairs perfectly, especially with the regular iPhone 14, as this too comes in the midnight color, whereas on the 14 Pro, it would have been cool to see a space black version to really perfectly match the phone, but still, I do think the midnight color does pair very well. I like that it has just a subtle touch of color as opposed to just being plain black, while still being very understated and low-key. Looking around the case, we can see we get raised edges going around the screen as well as the camera unit, and this provides surface protection for your display as well as the camera lenses. It is great to see these little things thought of. But one thing to bear in mind is that on the 14 Pro in particular, because it does have that larger camera unit, you do get more table wobble when the phone is placed flat on a surface, and say if you're typing on your display, you can see that it does move a lot more compared to the regular iPhone 14. Now, by no means is this a deal breaker, but it's something to bear in mind. And as you'd expect, both cases work fully with wireless charging as well as MagSafe accessories. One of my favorite features of the leather cases from Apple as opposed to their silicone cases is that on the leather cases, you actually get metal buttons. Now, this is great not only because this is more premium and more close to the actual buttons of the iPhone 14 Pro and the regular 14, but this also means that you retain that tactile clicky feedback. If you have a listen here, if I press the buttons, you can really hear that feedback and also feel it as you press the button, and this is something that you do lose in many other cases. The silent switch remains open and easy to access, and then on the bottom we have precise cutouts for both the lightning as well as your speaker and microphone ports. Now, these cases protect all sides of your phone, thus providing 360-degree protection in addition to having those raised edges by the camera as well as the screen. Now, I've used the cases on my 14 Pro and my iPhone 14 for just about the past 1 to 2 months, and as I'd expect, these cases still look good as new. But how do these leather cases hold up over time? Well, let's go ahead and compare this to my iPhone 13's leather case. So here I have my iPhone 13, which I use as my main phone for just over a year now, and with that, I also use the leather case almost every day, and this gives you a look at how the case has held up. Now, at this point, I do want to stress that these cases from Apple, both their leather variants as well as their silicone cases, aren't really meant to protect against high drops or big impact falls. Instead, they are mostly meant to look good and feel good while still providing protection from regular day-to-day wear. With that said though, I think this case has held up really well. You can see some variations in the shine and texture of the leather, especially where the hand grips the phone case, for example, above the Apple logo, right where my index finger would rest. Now, there may be a way to kind of polish this or fix this. I don't know of any, but if you do, please let me know in the comments. Aside from that, the leather has no significant scratches, no tearing, or nothing like that. In fact, I found that smaller marks caused by having keys or coins in the same pockets actually rub away on their own. Now, the only real damage that I have on the case is here on the bottom right corner, and this came from a drop onto concrete from head height. I know, this was a very painful memory, but thankfully the phone was completely fine, and the case, I would say, was mostly fine too. All in all, I would say I am happy with the way the leather case on my iPhone 13 has held up over the past year, and I would say I expect no different from the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro's leather case as well. Okay, so this is all very good, but are there any downsides? Well, there's just one, and that is the price. Coming in at $59 or 59 British pounds, these cases are not cheap. If, say, you're looking for something purely functional to protect from day-to-day wear, I would say check Amazon, as you'll find much more affordable options out there to serve this need. However, if you're looking for a case that I think doesn't take away and in some way adds to the quality feel of your iPhone, then the leather cases from Apple are really the best way to go, and is a case that I can highly recommend. The natural texture of the leather and that everlasting signature leather smell just screams luxury. Though I would love to see Apple also come up with a high quality vegan version of their leather cases. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the leather case for the iPhone 14 or the 14 Pro, please leave them down below. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Take care.